Hi, Engine Shop Joe here. Welcome back to the channel. And today's video is going to be talking about communicating with your truck engine, how to pull faults. And I think I did a video on this a couple of years ago, but someone was messaging me and they were in a 5-mile-an-hour derate somewhere on the road, stuck. The weather's not so good right now, and they wanted to know what to do. And they wanted me to help them. And they had no idea what the fault codes were. So when you're at a 5-mile-an-hour derate, most of the time that's going to be an emissions-related fault that puts you there. And once you get into that 5-mile-an-hour derate, which is the final stage of derate, you're not going to be able to fix that on the road if you don't have insight with you, because you're going to probably have to recalibrate the ECM, and that would be a short-term emergency just to get you off the road if you didn't have the power to get off, and then you have to figure out what's wrong and get it fixed. So how do you know what caused that derate? Well, the very newest trucks will actually display fault codes on the dash. They might be FMI-SPN, or they might, if it's a Cummins powered truck, it might even list the fault code with the Cummins numbers, which are usually 4 or 5 digit numbers. However, if you don't have that, if you got an older vehicle or your vehicle doesn't tell you what the faults are, it just has a wrench or a check engine light or whatever, there are a couple options that you can use to figure out what these faults are yourself. And so one is this Diagnostic Mini, and the other is this Cummins Inline Mini. And these are both 9-pin, and they both Bluetooth to your phone. Now they use different apps, but they essentially do the same thing. The Cummins adapter, you have to download an app on your phone, and it works on Android or iOS. That would be called Guidance, Cummins Guidance, Guidanz. And then once you download that app, you have to register for an account if you're not a registered Guidance user. And then once they give you an account, then the app will continue to open up, and I'll put up a little picture here in a minute of what it would actually look like on your screen of your phone. And then I'll also put up a picture of the app that you would need if you went with the Diagnostic. I don't believe they sell this anymore. They sell the Diagnostic Mini 2. It's got a wider bottom on it. I think it might do a little more. This is, I think, is a dinosaur now. So if you can find one of those used, that might be a deal. And the nice thing, I've used the Diagnostic and the Cummins. The nice thing about the Diagnostic is that it allows you to send an email from your phone with a attachment, which is a PDF that basically lists the faults, and then a little bit of trip information, a little bit of information about the truck. So we used to use it where I worked, so that if a truck driver was on the road loaded, he could send that to me and I could tell him, you need to go to a shop or you can make it back. And that's really what they need to know, right? So that's what the purpose of that was. For your owner-operators, it at least would give you the ability, if you know what the faults are, to call somebody, call your shop and tell them what faults you've got, and then they can tell you, hey, you can make it back, or you're going to have to go find a place and get some work done before you're going to be back on the road. So the Cummins tool gives you a little bit more diagnostics, and you can actually download a calibration with this. I've done it. It works. And so pretty amazing, I think. that you can calibrate with this device. The Nexic, as far as I know, you can't calibrate with that. But you can view the faults. The Cummins will erase the faults. The Cummins is probably a couple $100 more, and the app's a little more involved. You got to get registered. The Nexic app is called First-Link, and underneath it says Snap-on Tools, or Snap-on Incorporated is the software company that writes it these days. So if you're an owner-operator and you don't know much about the engine and you need to know what faults you have, those are the two quickest ways that I know, and probably the cheapest ways that I know, that you can do that right where you're at. Pull over. If you're in a rest stop, or pull over on the road or whatever, you can plug that in. You can get that information. And then you have enough information that someone that's knowledgeable can tell you whether you need to go get help now, get towed, or you can drive it in, or whatever. Okay? So thanks for joining me on Engine Shop Joe. I'll see you next time.